So, hello guys, welcome back to Roshnara's World. So, guys, we have Yash here with us on our channel, and congratulations, Yash, and welcome to our channel. So, Yash has been recently selected for ASE role in Accenture, and he got his results on 2nd June itself for the package of 4.5 lakhs. So now I think most of the students are looking out for interview experience from a lot of candidates so that it will be helpful for them to crack the interview and to prepare basically. So Yash, all over to you. So let's start with it. You need to just tell interview experience and your test, which is like from very basic you can start.
Yes, so first of all, I would like to thank Roshna for giving me this opportunity to share my experience about Accenture recruitment process. Recently, I got placed for ASE role I got result on 2nd of June. So I will start from registration process when I did register for phase one, when I got my timeline and admit card, all that. So I register for Accenture recruitment process on 20th April. So most of my friends register before 20th April and after 20th April also. So most of them are now getting the test link on for this phase only. So maybe their test will start on 9th or 10th of June maybe. So I completed my registration process on 20th of April. The most important thing while doing registration is your PAN card details, because in Accenture recruitment process, PAN card is very mandatory right from registration to up to document upload. PAN card is the requirement of Accenture hiring. So I got 20th April. I got detailed timeline about my schedule. When will be my aptitude test? When will be my communication test? When will be my interview? The detailed timeline given by Accenture recruitment team on 20th April. So most of the guys who are appearing now for phase two, they also got the detailed schedule for that also. So on 30th April, I got my mock test credential, but unfortunately, could not complete my mock test because on the deadline was 12 a.m. in the night. But while logging on through the mock test, the test window is shown test is already over. So unfortunately, I did not appear for the mock test. So I was like panic, so I will get my actual test credential or not. But uh, I mail to the Hire Pro team, which is the actual platform. We can connect to the Hire Pro team, so they solve our problems. So I got actual test link. So this is not the case that you are not appearing for the mock test, you will not get actual test link. But I will suggest to do appear for the mock test, because you will get to know about platform, what will be the coding platform, what will be the coding platform environment, and about also aptitude and that. So try to appear for the mock test as well. Then on 1st May, I got my admit card mail. So basically in admit card mail, they have mentioned your admit card, your college name, your recruitment process, from where will be start, where will be the end date of that. So on that 1st May, I got my admit card mail. And on 7th May, I got my actual test credential link. So while doing registration, you have to book a particular slot. Let's say 10 a.m., 2:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. So while registration, I choose 7:30 p.m. slot that was comfortable for me. So actual slot booked by me while registration and the actual test slot are almost similar. So while you are registering for the Accenture recruitment process, the slot will be same. This is all about registration process.
Okay. So, like you said, that you were not able to, complete your mock test, and I think this is it mandatory, the mock test?
I think no, because some of my friends also did not appear for the mock test, but they eventually got the actual test credential.
Okay. Did you take any help from the help section chat on the spot and they reverted back?
Yes, I call them. Actually, I call them. They pick up call about 10 to 15 minutes later, but they are very really helpful persons to help. So they said that you have to wait for your actual test credential links. You
Mm-hmm.
will get an email for that.
So yeah, you that was perfectly, very clearly explained by you, the very, registration process. Let's move ahead and explain the other rounds.
So first round is aptitude round.
Hmm.
Most of the common two platforms are CoQ's platform or Metal platform. In my faith, some students got CoQ's platform while some students got Metal platform. For me, it was CoQ. For me, it was CoQ platform. There are total 6 sections for that aptitude round. Total questions are 90 questions and total time duration 90 minutes. The best thing the best thing in that test, you can easily switch in between sections and in between questions also.
Hmm.
So from question number 1 you can go to question number 90, or maybe vice versa. You can easily get to switch in between sections as well as questions. So the basic 6 question was: first section was analytical, second section was verbal, third section about numerical ability, fourth section was pseudocode. Fifth section was about MS Offices like
Hmm.
PowerPoint, Excel, Word, MS Office applications. And sixth section is like technology related, like cloud computing, fundamental technologies related question. So there are 6 sections, 90 questions, 90 minutes. In each section, you may get around 13 to 16 questions depending on that particular section. Yes.
Okay, so now I want you to tell us that I think 90 questions in 90 minutes, so per minute per question. So basically, people know actually how to solve those questions, but the main challenge which they face is the time. So, how did you manage the timelines there?
Yes. So first of all, I will suggest in which section you are preferably good.
Mm.
So go that first section basically. So in my case, I was good in about English section and logical ability question. So I solved first logical section in which all the figures are there. So you have to check patterns and depending upon your answer is will be depend. So that section is quite easy for me. Then logic in verbal section, you have to just spot the errors in particular sentences. Then you may get 2 to 3 passage related questions. So once you get read the whole passage, you can easily get the 2 to 3 questions depending upon that passage, and such 2 to 3 passage will be given in the test. So that was very good about me. In numerical section, you might get time and work related questions. You have to be very quick. So try to get you are in which section you are good. Try to get minimum time for that section. So basically, if you are good in English, you can easily get 10 to 12 minutes to complete the 15 or 16 questions. So you can utilize that particular time in which section you are not good at all.
Yes, correct, correct. Very, very true. So basically, in this section, people, students here, Accenture would be, checking out your time management skills, your analytical skills, your numerical skills, everything, and basic knowledge of, the this MS Office and everything. And main thing is time management. Solve as many as questions. So how did you
Yes,
prepare for it earlier?
yes. So actually, there is no negative marking. So I will suggest try to maximize all the 90 questions. So there is no negative marking for the test. So there are some preparation materials. YouTube channels are also really good. They are really doing great job for those students who are really appearing for actual example. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos. From that I get to know that what strategy can be done while doing actual test. So my some friends are appearing before me for the actual test. So I get to know about the actual what to do, what mistakes can I avoided doing the while doing the test. So
Okay.
there are some you can so there is a section of MS Offices. So there are very basic questions if you are doing some MS Excel related activities or MS Word. So most of the people are doing their report project reports on words or PPTs.
Hmm.
So maybe they get to know idea about Word, PowerPoint presentation, and there are really basic questions about MS Offices. So you can go with that.
Perfect, perfect. So I am really sure that a lot of material out there is on internet. Internet is a very vast, you can say a sea of knowledge where you can get material whether through YouTube, Google, everywhere. You just need to search it well and practice there. So yeah, very well explained, Yash. So let's move on to your next round.
Yes. So basically, aptitude round is an elimination round. If you did not clear the section and subsection cutoff, then you may be disqualified for that round itself. So first round is an elimination round, that is an aptitude. If you clear the all section and subsection cutoffs, then you will be appear for coding round.
Hmm.
So maybe within you have to appear on that window only while after completing the aptitude round, you have to be on that window only. Within 5 to 10 minutes, you will get a notification on the window itself whether you are qualified for the coding round or not.
Okay.
So coding round start immediately after the aptitude round. Once you have get notification that you have clarify the aptitude round, you have moved to the coding round. So coding will round, there are two questions for the coding round. 45 minutes is the time allocated for the coding round. There is a no particular time limit for only one question. So you can easily move in entire 45 minutes. You can solve two questions. The coding question difficulty, I will say it's moderate to hard. There are two questions. One question is for 10 marks. Another question is for 20 marks. So 10 mark question is quietly easy. 20-mark question is quietly hard. In my case, I was able to solve only one code with all test cases.
Okay. So the other one, did you solve it partial or you were not able to solve?
No, I am not able to solve second coding question.
Okay, no problem. Acha, one more thing I would want to ask that if anyone is not able to solve both the questions, so how will Accenture take that up?
Okay. So basically, Accenture recruitment process is depend on your overall performance. So in I get to know those who are solved not a single question, they might get rejection mail after coding round itself. But they have doing exceptionally well in aptitude round. Let's say in 90 questions they got 80 marks. Suppose let's say, so
Mhm.
they may get communication round mail. But there is a possibility that if you do not clear all the coding rounds, at least try to do at least one code with all the test cases so that you can get to the communication round. So I will suggest try to get at least one code with all the test cases.
Okay, fine. And so, any sort of preparation tip again for those people who are not so well versed with coding section or not very much knowledgeable or is not practiced so much of coding.
Yes, again, internet is the major factor while preparing for any particular recruitment drive. YouTube channels are also there that are giving actual idea what type of questions asked in Accenture recruitment drive phase one or maybe off campuses drive that is going on. So you can get to know about YouTube channels, uh, coding platforms like Geeks for Geeks. The questions are you can go to their websites.
Okay, fine. Any sort of platform, coding platform, which is like free of cost, where students can go and just practice there.
Yes, there are some basic platforms like HackerRank, HackerEarth, Geeks for Geeks. Then there is a W3 schools
Okay.
are such platforms that you can go to the actual coding platform, start with basics and go to the level by level advanced layer. You can do that.
Okay, fine. So, guys, I mean, I Yash really told us a few platforms where you can, just go and enroll yourself for free of cost and just, do coding. Just in case you are stuck somewhere, just Google it out and, check on YouTube, take help from friends. That would be really helpful because, like he said, like Yash said just now, that try to solve at least one question of coding, because that would actually depend upon the kind of role you get, either ASC or
Yes.
might. Yes, yes. If you are able to solve both the codes, there are higher chances to get a SE profile also.
Yes, sure. Absolutely right.
Okay. So now, yeah. So coding is all done. The next steps.
Yes, the next step is about communication round. I completed my aptitude and coding round on 8th of May. My
Hmm.
communication round was on up to the slot was given 9th May to 12th May. But I got mail on 11th May that I can complete my communication round up to 12th May night. So I completed my communication round on 12th of May. So there are six sections again in communication round. First section is you have to read the sentence. The sentence will be on your screen. You have to just read the sentence in appropriate manner.
Hmm.
The second section is you have to listen the sentence and then you have to repeat the sentence once again. So there are maybe 16 or 17 sentences you are listening. You have to, and one by one. So first sentence you will listen, then you have to repeat.
Hmm.
Second sentence you will receive, you will listen, then you have to repeat. Such 16 to 17 type of question.
Hmm.
Then third was like 3 to 4 questions are given on screen. Basic questions like what will be your dream house, where will be the location of your dream house. Such 3 to 4 questions will be there on your screen. You have to prepare for that 30 seconds and you have to narrate your answer for 30 seconds. So fourth section was like they are narrating paragraph, maybe 6 to 7 sentences of paragraph they are narrating. Then you have to re-narrate the paragraph which is listened by which is listened. You have to re-narrate. So maybe some situations, maybe some characters are there. So you have to remember and you have to re-narrate that paragraph. About the fifth section, there you have to listen some sentences, and based on that sentences the question will be asked and you have to answer that particular question. So for example, the question might be, the meeting was scheduled on Friday. The agenda of the meeting was to discuss about future project. So maybe the subsequent question will be, when was meeting scheduled? So basic question. So
Okay.
based on that, you have your answer will be your meeting was scheduled on Friday, and you have to answer within 1 to 2 words only.
Hmm.
So you do not have to answer your like 5 to 6. Your meeting was scheduled on Friday. You
Hmm.
can say meet Friday. It's okay. You have to basically answer within 1 to 2 words only. And the last section was open questions like section. The questions might be, what is the role of technology in education sector? So you have to given the time, let's say 15 to 20 seconds, and after that you have to give the answer. So what are the, you have to cover different aspects, like what can be the role of technology in education sector. So open questions, two open questions will be there, and you have to answer them within 30 to 40 seconds. The overall time duration for communication round is about 20 to 30 minutes. I will give some tricks that you have to sit in a quiet environment, and concentration is really needed because accent is somewhat different. It's not Indian accent. So you have to concentrate more on what you are listening and then you have to give appropriate answer. So sit in a quiet environment while doing communication round. And one more thing, most while appearing for the communication round, the Bluetooth headphones or earphones are not allowed. So you have to do a communication route with a wire headphone. I will suggest use wired headphone,
Hmm.
but you can appear. while you can appear without headphone also, but I will suggest use wired headphone so that you will get to know clear words while listening.
Yes, perfect. So really, guys, I really, agree with Yash that Bluetooth earphones will, lead to a bit latency. Wherein, for example, they repeat a question, a sentence, and after 3-4 seconds, maybe you will get to hear. So there is a time gap. So that's you lost 3-4 seconds again. So I am sure that it's a very helpful tip which Yash shared, that use wired earphones so that it is like concentration you can do your work. And yes, quiet place again is a very important thing that you need to keep in mind. And yes, we have also created a video wherein the system requirements should be, you should very versed with that, what kind of system requirements they look after, because you might find some error also while joining if your systems are not perfectly signed in or logged in.
Yes. Do not get panic if you are getting some error. The
Mhm.
platform is there to help you.
Again, they need to, they can just call them up on the technical chat which they have, and they can contact them, right?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So this was all about communication, round wherein mostly I think, Yash, if correct me if I am wrong, that they will mostly look into your, verbal skills, your, how you speak, how you read, the quickness you have, the instant, answers which you give. Like you said, that there is one word or two word answer which you need to, quickly answer. So I think that would really, judged by Accenture, that how quick you are in responding basically. Am I right?
Yes, perfectly right.
Okay. So now let's move on to the last round. I think the interview round. How was it?
Yes. So I get to know on 17th of May that my is interview schedule on 18th of May.
Oh.
So you will get 1 day prior mail when was your interview schedule.
Hmm.
Only 1 day. So there will be not 2 to 3 days for preparation of interviews. You will get a mail within 1 day only prior to the actual interview. So there are different slots available. So you have the date is fixed by the Accenture. You have to basically slot book a slot depending upon your availability. So there are different times of slots from 10 a.m. to let's say 3 to 4 p.m. There are different slots available. So you have to book a slot according to your availability. So I choose my slot about 2:15 p.m. in the afternoon. I have to. I was waited in the lobby for almost 1 hour 15 minutes. So there might be a chance you have to wait, let's say, from 30 minutes to maybe 2 hours. It's because in most of the cases, people are waiting for 2 hours for their interview also. So in that virtual lobby, there might be a 4 to 5 students in front of your candidature, and the average time duration was given on that screen itself. So basically you get to know about your what are the average time duration for your particular interview. So in my case, 17 minutes was the average duration for my lobby. So about after 1 hour and 15 minutes, the panel was there. He basically there is they told that there will be a two people from Accenture who take your interview, but in most of the cases, the only one person is there for taking interview. He might be a technical person or he might be a HR person. So in my case, the person was HR. He has an experience of 14 years. So most of the panels are experienced for almost let's say 10 plus years. They have experience in Accenture. So in my case, the panel was 14-year experience in Accenture. So interview starts on very friendly mode. First of all, they will introduce themselves to us. So what was their designation, number of years, in which technology they are working. So might be they will introduce themselves. Then after their introduction, the basic first and almost favorite question, tell me about yourself. So you have to be very crisp and short while giving your introduction. Then after introduction, they will move on your project. So there might be a chances that they will just tell me about your project. So in that case, you have choice that which project you can explain. So prepare at least one project very thoroughly. Might be your final year project, might be your mini project, but prepare one project very thoroughly, because in Accenture interview, the favorite thing is project. They will more ask on your projects itself. And in another case, they might specifically told you that, yes, explain me about your final year project, or explain me about your third year project. So you have to prepare both your projects mentioned in your resume. So try to at least mention 2 to 3 good projects in your resume, which will eventually help you in your any candidature recruitment process. So yes, so basically, I thoroughly explained my project. What was the motivation for doing that project? What are the real time challenges that the current systems are facing? How my system is overcoming that particular challenges? Which technologies I do prefer while doing my project? Yes. So in my case, there is a no cross question for my project, but in most of the cases they might ask what are the real time problems that society is facing, and how your project is overcome that particular problems, or like why particular this technology you use for completion of this project. So this maybe 2 to 3 some questions might be asked, but in my case there is a no cross question about my project. I think I very thoroughly explain my project, so there might be a no cross question. Then after project, they are asking about certifications. So try to at least mention 2 to 3 good certifications, as well as not only mention platforms. Like some students are mentioning, I have done XYZ certification from XYZ platform. So I will suggest there is a particular university or particular person that is designing a particular course or certification. So try to mention that particular university or person who is designing that particular course or certification course. So I will suggest that mention 2 to 3 projects, and not just mention how what things you learn about from that certification course, and some if projects are implemented by doing that course, then they mention also that certification course. Then after certifications, they move to some 2 to 3 basic scenario questions. They will give some scenario and they will check how you respond. What are the different ways of thinking of particular candidate? Then again, what is the favorite subject in your engineering curriculum? Uh, I will suggest I will suggest that what is your favorite subject? Mention that favorite subject, but why that particular subject is your favorite subject, what you learn, what you practically implemented, what you learn and what you practically implemented. Also said that, so it will be a great impression on the interviewer. Then the next question is, what is the one subject that you dislike in your engineering curriculum? So most of the candidates have many different varieties of disliking of subjects, but try to explain that how you overcome that particular subject. So you are dislike that subject, but how you proceed, how you pass the particular exam. So try to explain that also. And yes, this is all about interview. And in last, they said any questions for you. So try to at least do 2 to 3 good questions for the interview, not asking what will be the my role. They are mentioning everything in job description. So try to at least prepare with 2 to 3 good questions. Like you can ask, like you are explaining the whole project in for the interviewer. So you can explain what are the advantages. So you try to ask what are the different technologies can I use, what are their perspective about your project. So while you are working on that project, you can ask what changes or what advantages my project has. So 2 to 3 good questions you ask and you are done with the interview.
So there are a few takeaways from interview experience from Yash, that like he said, that you have to be thorough with one of the project, so that you explain them very clearly, and so that they also get, confidence that this person actually knows each and everything about his or her project. And they don't get any question to cross question you, because you know everything out of that. So that one thing. So at the end, again, like Yash said, that you have to ask decent questions from interviewer, that at least 2 to 3 questions you can ask from them. And yes, also don't ask a quite unexpected questions like what is my job roles, responsibilities, because they have already mentioned it on their platform, on their where they have actually rolled out their links. They have already mentioned the eligibility criteria and everything. You can ask decent questions from like future prospects of Accenture, how did they cope up with in the pandemic situations, are the questions, so that they also get to know that you are keen to learn something, you are curious about something to learn new actually. So that shows these qualities of yours, right, Yash?
Yes, perfectly.
So yeah, so this was the entire interview experience. Now what next, Yash?
Yes, so I will suggest that don't get panic in the whole recruitment process. Accenture is sending all the mails particularly. So they will select selection mail also. They will send rejection mail also. So don't get panic until you get any particular mail from Accenture. So in our case, the result was expected to be out on 31st May, but almost all the students get to know about result on 2nd of June. So
Mhm.
don't get panic. The recruitment process will be very smooth, and prepare thoroughly for whole the recruitment process. It will be very easy. Yes, so I also Roshna's World YouTube channel are always there to help you. Do comment on the particular video. We are always there to help you guys.
Yes, correct. So, yes, I mean, a lot of people will help you out there to let you know, don't panic, because since you already know that the situation is a pandemic situation, COVID-19, and yes, the process might get a bit delayed. We can expect that, but yes, Accenture team is really, really working, very hard, and to let us on board on time. It's their timeline also, so they will be definitely taking care of that. But yes, we are never sure about the situation, how is it. So let's take that up. So don't worry about it, I am sure.
All the best, guys. Do well.
Yes, once again, thank you so much, Yash, for being us with there and helping out. There's so many candidates who are actually looking out for information, and you are the one who actually cleared each and every step from very registration process till the time of interview. One minute things also you explained it very clearly. I am sure that people are going to get helped from this particular video a lot. So thank you so much, Yash, again, and yes, congratulations for your future Accenture journey also.
Thank you, Roshna.
Yes. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I think this video helped, and yes, don't forget to subscribe the channel for the latest updates. So whenever we get the update, we'll roll out to the channel, and you get to know about it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Be safe. Take care. Bye.